Hello Divination and welcome. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to upgrade your Divi blog page with a background designed for the grid layout. So this is the final design we're aiming to achieve. So without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in and let's get started. Okay, so in order for us to achieve this design, there's a few things that we need to have in place. So first, we need the Divi theme installed. Secondly, we're going to use a pre-made layout, and this is the therapist blog page. So this is what we're going to use as the base of our design. And finally, we are going to need 6 posts with featured images. So let me start off by creating my post. So I'm going to come over here to post and then click on add new. So these posts need to have a featured image. So for now, I'm just going to come over here to set featured image, choose my featured image, click on select. We're also going to give this the title. So we can call this post 1, use default editor, and then I'm going to paste my content like this. Okay, so now with that in place, all I have to do now is to first of all click preview. Okay, so that's what it looks like. That's great. So I'm just going to close this and then publish it. Great. So now my post is published. So I can now view it here. And there's my featured image, and this looks great. So what you need to do is to go ahead and add 5 more of these posts. Okay, so I've added all my posts and we can see them here, all 6 of them. Great. So now that we have all these posts, the next thing we need to do now is to create a brand new page. So I'm going to come over here to pages and then click on add new. Now this page needs to be designed using Divi. So first of all, I'm going to give it a title, and then I'm going to come over here and click on use Divi builder. And this is going to take us straight into our landing page. So this is the page where we get to choose which option we need. So in this example, we need to use the pre-made layout. So I'm going to click on choose a pre-made layout, and the layout we need is a therapist layout. And from this, we're going to use the therapist blog page. So I'm going to click it once and then click use this layout. So now we see that the layout now pulls in all the content that I added on my blogs, and these are all 6 of them. So this is a great start. So what we're going to do next now is to make some adjustments to this particular section. So I'm going to come over here and go to the top left and click this gear icon, which takes us into the section settings. So I'm going to click here once, click on background. So we're going to start off by adding our background color. So I'm going to click this plus button and paste my color in here. Now, if you want to use the same colors and the same settings, I'm going to leave a link to the post in the description below so you can follow along step by step with those settings. Okay, so now that we have this background, the next stage now is to add our padding. So to make things easier for me, I'm just going to come over here to this filter and click on modified styles. So this will show me exactly what has been modified on this layout. Okay, so let's start off by adding our padding. So I'm going to start off with my padding here for the top and bottom. So this is going to be 4 VW. Now I would like to add the same value here to the bottom as well. So I'm going to click this chain icon, and this will just give us the same values both to the top and the bottom. And then next I need to add 7 VW, and this needs to go to the left. So I'm going to come over here and add 7 VW. Great. So now that I have my padding all in place, let's also add our padding for our tablet. So I'm going to click this little icon here, and this is now giving me the opportunity to go into the tablet tab. So I'm going to click over here. So instead of having 7 here, 7 VW here, I'm going to add 0 VW. Great. So that's all we need to do. I'm going to go ahead now and save. Okay, so now it's time to go into the rows and add our background colors. So I'm going to come over here, click this gear icon to access my row settings, click on background, and then I'm going to start off with my main background color. So this color here is going to be an RGBA value. So I'm just going to drag this slider down so I can get the option to add my values between the brackets. And I'm going to paste them right there like that. Next, we need to add our background color to column 1. So I'm going to come over here to column 1, but this time instead of having a solid black background color, I'm going to have a gradient. So I'm going to click this plus button, and for my first color, again, this is going to be an RGBA value. So I'm just going to slide down the slider and paste my values between the brackets, just like that. And then I'm also going to need my second color. So I'm going to come over here, click on the second color, slide this slider down, paste my values between the brackets, just like that. Now it's time to adjust our gradient direction. So this needs to be 90 degrees because currently it's set at 180. So I'm going to add my 90 degrees, And then for our column start position, this needs to be at 33.3%. And then finally, our column end position needs to be set at 0. So I'm going to drag this all the way down to 0. And now if we take a look at our background design here, we can see that it's starting to take shape. Now let's make some further adjustments to our rows. So I'm going to come over here to design, click on sizing. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set my column width to 100%. So I'm going to click yes, change this to percentage, make this 100%. Next, for the gutter width, I'm going to set this to 4. And now we need to add our custom padding both to the top and the bottom. So I'm going to come over here to spacing. So since it's going to be at the top and the bottom, I'm just going to activate my chain and add my 4%. So now we can see we have our padding at the top and also at the bottom. So with this set, I'm going to go ahead now and save. Right, so the next thing now is to add our background layer, but this time we're going to add it to our blog module. So I'm going to come over here and go into the settings of our blog. And then I'm going to click on background. Next, I'm going to come over here to my second tab, which is the gradient. Click this plus button. So what we need to do here is to add our column 1 background gradient, which we added on the row section. So what I'm going to do to make things easier for me is I'm going to go in and copy them. So I'm going to save changes for now. And then I'm going to come over here, go into the row settings, click on background. And we need column 1 background gradient. So this right here. So I'm going to right click, copy background gradient, close this, and then I'm going to come back into here, go into background, and then I'm going to paste the background gradient just like that. So just to go over this again, our gradient direction needs to stay at 90 degrees, start position 66 degrees, and then the end position needs to be set at 0%. So now it's time to add our custom margins and our custom padding. So I'm going to come over here to spacing. So for our custom margin, I'm just going to add 4%. And this is the top and bottom. Custom padding, we need to do the same, but this time is top, bottom, left and right. So I'm going to add my 4% and 4%. So as you can see here, I've activated these chains so that my value can be applied to the top and bottom and also left and right. So with this set, I'm going to go ahead now and save. But what I can see here is we have a slight problem because we have this color here. So I'm going to come over here to my blog settings, click on background. Here, I need to just make sure I delete this. So now we can see that our design has taken shape. So you just need to make sure that you don't have a background color over here on the grid tile background color. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now and save. And pretty much this is our design so far. Okay, so now this is looking great. We need to add our final touches. So I'm going to come over here to our blog module settings. And then I'm going to click on design. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to add our colors to our text. So I'm going to come over here, click this gear icon here to go into my text settings. And then I'm going to click this eyedropper tool and paste my color. So this color here is going to be an RGBA value. So now I'm just going to paste my value between the brackets just like that. So that's going to be our color for our body text. Next, we need to change the color for our meta text. So I'm going to come over here, click this little icon, click the eyedropper tool, paste my color in here, just like that. So next, I need to adjust my pagination text settings. So I'm going to scroll down, click on pagination text. So for the font style, I need to set it as underline. So I'm going to click on underline. And now we need the underline color. So I'm going to click this eyedropper tool. And this is going to be an RGBA value. So I'm going to drag this down a little bit so I can get my RGBA values and paste this within the brackets just like that. And then over here for the pagination text color, I'm just going to set this to white. And the text size, I'm going to set this to 3VW. So that's all we have to do. Now I can go ahead and save. Okay, so you can actually further design this by even adding a section divider. To add my dividers, I'm going to come over here to my section settings, click on design, and then I'm going to select divider. So the divider we're going to add needs to be at the top. So I'm going to click here and choose the style. So over here, you can be creative as you want, because all you need to do is choose a style that works for your design. So I'm going to go with this one right here. And then I'm going to select my RGBA value for my divider color. So I'm going to come over here on this eyedropper tool, drag this down a little bit, and I'm going to paste my value between the brackets just like that. And then I'm going to give this a height of 32 VW. So now we can see that my design is right there and we can see it. So next we want to set our repeat. So we're going to set this at 0.3x. So now we can see that our divider is right there at the top. But this is something that you can add just to add a bit more design to your page. But pretty much this is how you design this layout. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and do follow us on our social media platforms. By doing so, you'll be notified every time I release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.